All right, welcome to my channel. This is Daniel Charles Williams, and I promise you guys a video of the Nissan Versa, which obviously I'm using for rideshare, which is Uber and Lyft. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I could not find a video about a Nissan Versa. I just could not find it. Everybody had videos about all the other cars, but it was no Nissan Versas. So here's my Nissan Versa, which I got approved for Uber and Lyft. And basically, you guys just need to check your states, check out your state in Uber and Lyft, like the requirements. Like I said before, Uber and Lyft, generally speaking, have like the same requirements, but they do change depending on your state. Now, I'm in North Carolina, so this vehicle is good for North Carolina if anybody is checking. So if you have a state like North Carolina, and a state like North Carolina is basically not a state like New York or California. So New York and California, those are large states, those are large traffic states, and they have also rules and regulations in regards to their like TLC laws, like cab laws. So in a state like North Carolina, in other states like North Carolina who do not have any regulations on their like taxi, and I'm not saying they don't have regulations, but they don't have as like strict regulations like they would do in those large heavy populated states. We don't have that here. You can get a vehicle like this of this size approved for rideshare. So just in case you're wondering, yes, a Nissan Versa, which is like a compact car or a subcompact or whatever it is, it will be approved for rideshare for Uber and Lyft. All right. So I give you a little rundown of the car. It's a 4-door car. It does meet the standards. You need to have, obviously you can see it meets the year standards. This is a 2015, and it's 4 doors. So basically you want to make sure you meet the year requirement. And of course the Nissan Versa, they don't make it in like an old version of it. You're not going to find like a 2001 or 2002 Versa because they didn't make those back then. But you want to make sure that the year of the vehicle is within approval range, and of course this is 2015, so this is in range. You got to make sure your vehicle is no more than 10 years old. So this pretty much meets the requirements as for years. Obviously you can see it is a 4-door. There's 2 doors right here. And there's 2 doors right here on this side, so that is 4-door vehicle. So it meets the standards in regards to the door requirements. So you got to have a 4-door vehicle. You cannot have a 2-door vehicle. You cannot drive a coupe and think that you're going to be approved for Uber and Lyft. They will not approve that. You can't have, and I know some cars have 3 doors. Some of them have 3 doors, and that's not going to work either. So next thing is you want to make sure that your car can fit 4 passengers. Now in this Nissan Versa, people probably think that, oh, this car is too small. It cannot fit 4 passengers. This is 1 passenger here in the front. All right, you have 1 passenger. You have a seat for 1 passenger here in the front. If you go into the back, okay, you have room for 3 passengers. Okay, obviously you can see there is 3 is a passenger for 3 people. I'm just going to show you the buckle. That's 1 seat belt. That's another seat belt, and then here is another seat belt, which is 3. So 3 people can fit in the back. So you also got to be able to carry 4 passengers, meaning you should have an additional 4 seat belts, including yourself is 5, but you should have 4 seat belts and be able to travel with 4 people in the car. So if you can do that, pretty much you are good to go. And I also want to crush the myths about cosmetics. I know my vehicle is new. However, I did have a vehicle before this that was not cosmetically good. It was not good on the outside. However, it was approved. So if your vehicle does have some cosmetic issues on the outside, whatever it is, they will approve your vehicle. That doesn't matter. As long as your vehicle still runs, it still passes inspections and stuff like that, your vehicle can have some, cosmetic issues. All right. So, all right. So this right here, I'm letting you know, if you guys can see, this vehicle does not have all the bells and whistles. I purposely got the vehicle without all the bells and whistles so that I can keep the price of the vehicle down, lower. All right, hold on. I'm gonna pause and we're gonna continue the video. Hold on. Okay. All right, we're still rolling, I guess. All right, so now in this vehicle, just to recap, just in case the video splits in half, because I had to pause it and move the car because I was in somebody's way. I was just talking about the Nissan Versa, how it was approved, how the size of it is good. And it basically just needs to have 4 doors and be able to carry 4 passengers. And this car is approved for that. All right. So now we're just talking about the vehicle and its like features. This vehicle does not have all the bells and whistles. I do not have all the gadgets and all that stuff. I'm gonna tell you, my vehicle does not have, like, I mean, it's a 2015, but it does not have anything. I do not have power windows. I do not have power locks. I don't even have cruise control in this vehicle. Again, like I said, the reason why I did not have to get those options, because I just wanted the vehicle to be as cheap as possible. I just wanted it to be just the base model, so that I can just keep my expenses low and use the vehicle for what I need it for. I don't need all that stuff. When you're driving Uber, if you drove, I mean, once in a while you'll drive, you'll have a long drive, maybe driving somebody to the airport, but other than that, most of the time you'll have short drives. You know what I mean? 15 minutes, maybe, 30 minutes, depending on where you are. So cruise control, you really ain't gonna need cruise control. All right. To each his own. I said, hey, I didn't want it because I didn't want to pay for it. Bottom line. All right. I wanted the cheapest thing I can possibly get. Okay. Cheapest thing I can possibly get. All right. So here's the car. Again, like I said, small car, but it is definitely roomy. And the plus about this vehicle, the best part about this vehicle, is that it is awesome on gas. It is a beast on gas. And I'm not like a big car person. I don't know all the specifics about cars, but I just compare it because everybody know about the Prius. The Prius is excellent on gas. It gets like 40 to 50 miles per gallon. And that's a hybrid car. Okay, this is not a hybrid car. This is just a gas engine, and this car gets about 40 miles per gallon. All right, so you cannot beat that. So I know people, when I went to go look for a car, I know people was trying to present me with a Prius, but I didn't want to go with a Prius only because I am not like I said, I'm not big on like mechanics and stuff like that. I have heard once that battery in that Prius goes bad, it is very expensive to replace. And I just didn't want to get involved with that. I know people said they really didn't have no problems with their Prius. But from what I hear, once that battery goes bad, you're in trouble. So personally, I like to just stick with the basics. You know what I mean? I just want a regular gas vehicle, regular maintenance and stuff like that, which I don't have to worry about trying to, I have to worry about no special things. I can take it to my mechanic up the street. They can fix it. Done. I don't have to worry about trying to take it to this special place over here who deals with hybrids and stuff like that. But to each his own. You guys can make your own decision about that. My point about it is just keep the car as cheap as possible, and just stay within your your box of knowledge. If you don't know anything about hybrids and you don't know how to get it fixed, then I would stay away from it. So that's why I chose this vehicle, and because of the maintenance and its gas efficiency. So I just want to hop inside of it so you can see me hop inside it, so you can see the room. I'm 6 feet, so I'm going to show you how I fit in the vehicle. Again, I just want to show you the back part real quick. I'll just show you that because it is a hatchback. Pop that back up there like that. And you got room in the back. There's plenty of room for people's baggages and stuff like that. The seats obviously fold down, so if you even have more room, you have more room to put stuff in. You can just put people's luggage or whatever it is, and take them where they need to go. All right, so both of those seats fold down, which gives you a lot of room. A person can sit in the front and all their junk can go in the back, which you're probably not going to use most of the time, but sometimes somebody will have a bunch of stuff going to the airport and you need to drop the seats so that they can fit everything in. So no problem with that. More than enough room. All right, I'm gonna raise those seats back up. Okay, very simple. They just raise back up. Okay, again, I'm 6 feet. I'm about to jump in the back seat, and more than enough room. These are my knees. All right, and I'm a tall guy, so my seat is pushed, to the back. I don't know if I got it all the way to the back, but I do have it enough for me to comfortably sit in the front, and I have room here. See that? That's my knees. I have room. I have headroom. Right, I have a lot of headroom. I have this other vehicle. I have like a Pontiac Grand Prix, and I'm telling you, there's like no headroom in that car. Once you get in that car, you'll bump your head like every time. This one, very roomy at the top. No problem with bumping my head. As you can see, I'm here in one of the seats. There's still room right here in the middle for another person, and there's enough room there for a third person. So more than enough room. I'm going to jump in the front seat so you can see how I fit in the front seat, just in case you're a tall guy like me, 6 feet. I'm a little over 6 feet, but I just round it down. Okay, I'm in the front. Like I said, I was able to sit in the back and I had room. I'm able to sit in the front. I have room. I have no problems. I don't need to adjust the seat. I have more than enough room. Very comfortable. A lot of headroom. So this car is perfect. All right. And you don't need to go buy a large car, and you don't need to go buy a fancy car. And when I went to get the car, of course, I brought my wife along with me, and she wanted me to kind of get a car that was a little larger, and plus it had like leather seats and stuff in it. And I said no, I wasn't getting that because I didn't need all that. That wasn't the purpose of the vehicle. So don't go crazy buying a car if you're trying to use it for rideshare. Just get a the simplest vehicle that is able to do the job. You don't need all the bells and whistles and things like that, because that's just extra, okay? And that's about it, man. I hope you guys like my video. Like I said, Nissan Versa works, is good, and there we go. So there it is. Let me see if I can open that door just a little bit more. That way you can get a good view of the car. Okay. All right. So, like I said, I actually like it. I think it's pretty stylish for a small car. And that just could be me because I like small cars. My other car I was driving was also a small car, but it was just too old. But I like small cars because they make them, they're small, but they make them roomy inside. So they do that on purpose. So there you go. If you guys got any questions, please hit me up, leave some comments. And if you guys want to sign up for Uber and Lyft, my links will also be below. So that's about it, man. You guys go out there and get to driving. I'm also gonna, just to add, I'm also gonna tell you guys, my next video will be about how and where I got the car from. Okay, just in case you guys are wondering where I got it from, I'm gonna tell you where I got it from and pretty much my strategy in regards to like getting a car if you need to get one. Because, you know, you do need some strategy, you know, figuring out what car to drive. If you're going to do this seriously, if you're going to do it seriously, you want a good car. You don't want a piece of junk car because it's not going to last. But you do have some options. But my next video will be talking about that. And y'all got to stay tuned for that. And see you next time. Thank you.